are you? Hi there, my name is Rusty Humphries. This is the Rusty Humphries Rebellion. You check in right now. Let me know who you are, would you please? Where are you deplorable from? Give me your name. Give me your town. Let me say howdy to you. A lot going on. You ever watch the TV show on Hulu called The Handmaid's Tale? It's won all the awards. I actually watched the whole thing. I binged it recently. And it's a good show, but it's the projection of the left and their guess of what the future would be like under probably a Donald Trump. It's a good show. I'm going to tell you about it in just a second and why it's important. Let's see here who we've got here. Kara's there. Deb is there from Starbuck, Minnesota. Claudio is there. Noah, hi. Bill from Pomona, California. Martin is from Miami. Vernie saying hello. Daniel is there. Good evening. Freddie is from Arkansas. John in my old stomping grounds of Seattle. Dominic's in New Jersey. Marilyn's in Pittsburgh, PA. Glenna is in Granbury, Texas. Sally's checking in. Martin in Jackson, Michigan. Rod's in Melbourne, Florida. Mary is a conservative from Northern California, even from California. DW is Marine deplorable vet from Central Illinois, wondering what's up. And Ralph is in Alabama. Richie checking in from Indiana. Okay. First of all, we want to say thank you to our nice friends at Right Wing News for powering this broadcast and the wonderful folks at LibertyOneTV.com. If you haven't been there, go check it out. Great shows, wonderful conservative values that we're not getting enough of. And the nice folks at Liberty One TV really do a fantastic job. And also, if you would please, go and help our sponsor out by buying their product. virtualshield.com. It's a virtual private network making sure that people can't steal your browsing history and selling it online. You don't want that. So go to virtualshield.com. It's the easiest to use and the fastest VPN in the world. virtualshield.com/Rusty, that's me, and use Rusty as the checkout and you'll get a little bit of a discount, 20% off. Robert's in Vegas, another Robert in Wisconsin. Joey is in Fort Hood. Tony is in California. Lynn is in Texas. I saw this on Facebook. If you watch The Handmaid's Tale, do you like the show? I found it fascinating. Protesters outside the Union League on Broad Street in Center City, where Vice President Pence was attending a fundraiser today. And the handmaids, if you haven't seen the show, they live in a country called Gilead. Gilead is the former United States of America and has been taken over by right-wing Christian nutcases who have enslaved these handmaids to basically have children for the higher-ups in the party. They're very cruel. They're very mean. Everything is done under supposedly Christian values. What is fascinating to me is I don't know anywhere in history, certainly not in recent history, where a conservative group or a Christian group has tried to do any kind of taking over of society. If anything, Christian groups have done everything they can to just kind of back away and say, hey, just leave us alone. Let us believe in Jesus. Let us pray to our God, the true God, the Holy Spirit, the Christ. Let us do what we believe we should be doing. Okay? And unfortunately, the left is everywhere we go, they are out protesting and yelling and screaming and trying to stop it because, well, it doesn't fit into their very narrow view of what the world should be. So they were out protesting and they were using some of the... What's going on with my computer today? They were using some of the costumes from The Handmaid's Tale to try to get across that A Republican like Mike Pence wants to enslave women and use them as breeding tools.
Nice meeting you here.
Hey, I didn't even see you. How are you?
Drive out Trump Pence. Fascist something. No to Pence. Refusefascism.org. Deb says make it louder. Okay. I will turn up the volume. I will pump up the volume, pump up the volume, pump up the volume. Dance, dance. All right. I'll let you see some of the protests there just for fun. You don't need to hear it because it was too windy. But in no way, shape, or form has Donald Trump or Mike Pence or anybody in the conservative movement ever suggested anything like this. Bill says he's having a hard time hearing me too. So I apologize. I don't know why the volume is a little bit less. Dan wants to know, what can we do to get the bogus show The View off the air? Dan, ignore it. Why do you care about The View? Whoopi Goldberg's a nut. The more they talk, the better it is. The better regular people go, man, these people are nutty. Okay. So anyway, so this is a little bit more of the protest. I just kind of find it funny. And again, it is this derangement syndrome where the left just can't understand what in the world's going on. So everything's got to be overblown. Everything's got to be overdone. Everything has to be to the extreme. It's dealing with children is what we're dealing with. We're dealing with children. And sometimes when you deal with children, you got to say, just no, stop it. Stop it. Ava says the sound is perfect. Thank you. Patricia says those people need to get a job. I wonder how much they're getting paid to show up and act like fools. Alexandria says mostly their own deepest desires getting Freudian and spilled all over the enemies. DW says looks like a bunch of Christmas carolers. That's funny. Looks like a line of Santas, says Ava. Jim says he's from North Korea. Well, welcome, Jim, from North Korea. You getting on this show, you'll be in prison in about 10 minutes. Good luck. Alexandria says, unfortunately, The View is played in a lot of public places like doctor's offices and even the county hospital near where I live. I wish there was a way to petition them to turn that stuff off. Well, I understand. The truth is, what we as conservatives don't do, okay, this is the mistake that's saying we want to take The View off the air. By saying that, we're falling into the trap of what the left projects onto us. We're not book burners. They are. We don't go after people's advertisers. They do. We don't try to force somebody off the air because we disagree with their views. That's what they do. That's what the left does. Why? Because we believe in the open dialogue, the free speech. Whoopi Goldberg has every right to say whatever nutty thing she wants to say. And we should support that because our views, when said in a reasonable way, are what more Americans believe in. The problem is we have too many talk show hosts that are out there screaming and yelling and hollering all the time, or going too far to the extreme. When you just sit and talk and tell people the truth, let them make up their own mind, we'll bring plenty. We'll get plenty. Let's see here. William says, hey, Rusty, from your deplorable friend here in very hot Bullhead City, Arizona. Peggy checking in. Okay, so where I live in the Phoenix area, I saw 119 degrees today. Quick roll call check-in. How hot is it where you are right now? Or today? How hot did it get? 119 here. 119. While you're doing that, the left did another thing. I saw a story. Fox News in panic today because they let the wrong person on TV. Now, as usual, it is a story that is exaggerated and wrong. here's what it looks like happened. They thought they booked somebody who had a particular point of view, and then somebody else showed up on camera who had a different point of view. Now, I've been in that situation before, and it's not that I'm afraid to debate the person, but when you've got a mindset and you've got 50 other things going on, and you have a mindset of what's next, and then it's completely different, it's hard to get your mind back where it should, back to where the mistake is. It happens. But let's see this piece where the liberal media is just going crazy saying Fox News blew it on this one. Let's take a look.
But watch what happens when one of them admits her support for ICE.
I just want to be really clear. If you would have declared your support for ICE agents, would you have supported Democratic leadership in condemning Ms. Waters' comments?
And joining us now, that candidate, the only Democrat on stage to support ICE, Ann Kirkpatrick. Thank you for joining us. We appreciate it. Tell us why you do support ICE.
Okay, now, by the way, people would say, okay, well, why didn't they notice right there that woman that's on screen right now, why didn't she, she doesn't look anything like the woman that was raising her hand in Tucson. Why didn't they know? Because when you're doing a national TV thing, you're doing interview, these reporters, these anchors, and I don't know who they are, they aren't seeing the candidate. Now, the candidate, the interviewee may be on a monitor way down below, but you're supposed to be looking right there at the camera. So if you're looking down here, it looks funny. So or they can't see them all. Like, for example, this candidate can't see the anchors at all. You're just in a room and you're staring into a camera. Now, it looks like, I don't know where she's doing it from, but it's an easy mistake. That one happens a lot. So, again, either the people who are going nuts on this one have never been on television before, or they are, what's the word? Lying. That's the word. Okay, let's get back to it, shall we?
Good morning. I'm actually here to speak directly to Donald Trump. I feel that what's happening at the border is wrong. I'm a mother of 4, and I believe that separating kids from their parents is illegal and inhumane. I'm actually Barbara L'Italian. I'm a state senator representing a large immigrant community and running for Congress in Massachusetts. I keep thinking about what we're...
So she's a congresswoman. So she's from Massachusetts, but right there on the screen it says she's an Arizona congressional candidate, a Democrat. So number one, I don't know how she got on there. That's number one. Number two, and again, it's not that I'm afraid of what she has to say or those anchors were afraid. Just how did that person get on? Number one. Number two, what does a mother of 4 have to do with illegal immigrants who are abusing many children, paying to have children come with them that aren't their own? This woman should be far more upset about the child abuse and the child trafficking than she is about having people separated, because what we're doing at the border is trying to make sure that that child belongs with that adult, and not just because that adult either kidnapped that child or paid for that child or is trafficking that child. That's what they should be concerned about, not using as a political hammer on Donald Trump. So let's continue.
Putting parents through, imagining how terrifying that must be for those families, imagining how it would feel not knowing if I'd ever see my kids again. We have to stop abducting children and ripping them from their parents' arms. Stop putting kids in cages.
No. The abduction is going on in South America, where people are stealing children so they can cross a border illegally. Dumbass.
And stop making 3-year-olds defend themselves in court.
Well, but that practice has stopped at this point, Ms. Kirkpatrick, right?
Our political points with your base.
Well, and families have been kids have been reunited with their families.
Again, my name is Barbara L'Italian, and I refuse to believe that our only options are open borders or trauma.
Okay. All right.
Let's move along
Didn't go as
for a
planned.
second. So that's what happens sometimes. Time for a break?
Yeah.
Okay. It's 9 minutes until the top of the hour.
Okay, so the way they're trying to portray it on the news is they were afraid of her because she was speaking the truth. No, they had no idea who the hell it was. And they were right to dump out of it because when you don't know who the guest is, you can't have an intelligent conversation. All right, that's what I think. Rachel Alexander's there. Rachel is a great attorney and blogger. She writes, that's just it. The left doesn't want to speak the truth, just like crooked Hillary. Why can't she just live her life and get over the fact she lost the election? And the stuff about Fox News, that Democrat is reading a script. Trump is doing a great job. This country is the best it's been in years. Carolyn says, let's get that wall built. Let's see. Ava says the family should all stay in Mexico together. Alan says, I'm with ICE. Mary says, you're right, Rusty. Why, thank you, Mary. Robert says, lady that broke the law, they came into this country illegally. When we break the law, we go to jail. Our children get taken away from us. Another one says, I support ICE 100%. Thank God for ICE. Carolyn says, most of these kids are being used to get a free ride. Rusty, if that is those adults' children. Yes. I'm so sick of that line, ripping kids from parents' arms, says Diane. Lee says they should have crossed the border correctly, send them back to where they came from. Kara says the View has gone insane since Barbara Walters retired. When Whoopi and joyless Blowhard walked off stage because Bill O'Reilly said Muslims killed us on 9/11, Walters said, you have just seen what should not happen. We should be able to have discussions without washing our hands and screaming and walking off stage. She's right. Ryan says they should give amnesty to current illegals and hire them to guard the border with the understanding that for every new illegal found, 1,000 amnesty recipients will be sent home. Chuck says, deport the families together. They came here together, deport them together. Randy says, because people are still ripping off the United States and getting away with it, and she knows that it's going to continue because she can get away with it. Bill says, I think most people really have no idea what ICE does. Well, that I could agree with. What else is going on online? What else is happening today? How are y'all doing? I'll go. Let's see some temperatures. Diane says nice things. Thank you, Diane. Let's see some temperatures because it's 119 here in Phoenix area. Let's see. I'm trying to pull up. What is this? 127, Raleigh says. Where's that? 127. Come on, you're making that up. Oh, I like this guy. I forget his name. He's a conservative guy that goes out on the streets, talks to liberals. He always has a spoon. I don't get the spoon. I don't know the spoon. But talking to people on the streets about capitalism and communism. Let's take a look at this. These people hate capitalism, but look what they want.
We the
instead.
people will have the U.S. Treasury give us billions to fund the creation of the People's Branch, which will also create jobs.
What do you think would be an ideal government in the United States? You could have your pick, like if you could just do it perfectly.
Well, my ideal government would be no government.
I believe that people can survive self-sufficiently off the land.
We call for a full a socialist feminist society.
I'm a communist.
Communist? Okay. Where has communism worked?
It's kind of worked in America in a way back in the day. No?
We the people will police the police with the creation of the People's Police with the authority to arrest police.
Everything would be run for human need and not for profit.
I'm a libertarian communist.
We the people will have the authority to release those we find innocent.
I hate it when my other computer just decides I'm not going to work anymore. Just decides not going to do it. Just going to go offline. Why is that doing that? Doesn't make any sense. Martial law can happen if these violent kids keep up with their tantrums. Oh, we don't want that. We don't want that. Everything over here shut it down. I'm going to have to restart this other computer. And I'll keep talking to you. 91 in Toledo. says Wayne. Randy says, drain the swamp. Kara wants to know how Disney was. Disney was nice. We actually went to the ocean, too. We went to Huntington Beach, where they have the finals, I guess, the championship of surfing. And I sat there, and I've surfed a couple of times. Let me say I have I'm an award-winning surfer. My award is worst surfer ever. I mean, I'm terrible. I don't get the sport. It looks really cool on TV. On TV surfing, man, it's slow motion and those waves look giant and they're kind of gliding and it looks awesome. When you're watching it in real life, and I was on Huntington Beach, there's a big pier that goes way out. And so you can watch just the whole surfing thing happening. And you got to paddle way out there. And it's hot and it's sunny. Then you wait. Yep, I'm waiting. Waiting for a wave. Waiting for a wave. Then a little wave comes and everybody turns and they start going as fast as they can. And then they get up and they surf. They kind of glide about 4 or 5 seconds. And that's it. And then they got to paddle back out and do it again. And they do that all day long. And nobody likes Beach Boys music more than I do. I love surfing music. I can watch surfing on TV or in the movies all day long. But I'm telling you, watching it live and in person, it's like, what? No, really? Diane says Beaverton, Michigan's in the high 70s. Dave is from San Diego but wants to be in Texas. Caroline says, we can't even get The View canceled and they say canceling the election. Give me a break. Bill says David Hogg is an idiot. He is jealous that the Kyle kid, as he is at the National Freedom High School Convention in D.C. with Nikki Haley, Candace Owens, Charlie, and the people from Turning Point. Not quite sure who you're talking about there. But Disney's always great. We're getting August now. We're all into July. August is coming up. Anybody got any vacations going on? I might be driving up to Seattle coming up soon. That's about it. My oldest daughter's coming down from Oregon to visit. Sorry about this. Just the whole computer just decided over here, yeah, I'm not going to work now. Not going to work. So I can't bring clips up. So now it's up to you. You can ask questions. You have things you want to say. I will read them. Now's the time. This is your chance to become a star because nothing I got's working. Mary says, we were gone for 3 weeks for vacation. I had to rest when we got back. I was so tired. And where did you go? Why is this? I'm going to beat somebody. There we go. Okay. Donald just got back from Key West. Oh, Key West is cool. Do they still have all the cats at the Hemingway house? The, 6-fingered cats? I know. It's ridiculous. Just my birthday, end of August, which I share with my son-in-law who just left for the Marines. Rolly, when's your birthday? What day? I'm end of August, too. Donald had a blast. Cats are still there at the Hemingway house, says Donald. That's also the home of the key lime pie and the Sloppy Joe. Yes. Lots going on there in Key West. Mary's in South Dakota. Checking in. Did the Duval crawl. Park City, Utah. Bend, Oregon. Was only 92 floating in the Deschutes River. Best way to beat the heat. By the way, Peggy, how about me knowing the Deschutes River? Kara says, may go back to D.C. Haven't been since the road to repeal Obamacare with Herman Cain years ago. I was at that. I spoke at that rally. That was an interesting rally. August 27th. Rolling, I'm August 29th, where almost cousins or something. I got the same birthday as Michael Jackson, and recently found out, and somebody I share the birthday with, and I'm very ashamed. I share it with John McCain. Very shameful. I feel bad. Clint checking in. Hey, Rusty, with an I. Rusty with an I would be the female. I'm not a female, as far as I know. How do I think the November election will go? Asked Diane. And by the way, have you shared the video? Shared the video? Shared the video? If you would do that, please. Not that this is a great show today to share. Rolly says, we have a huge party with my son on September 1st as well. Donald did the whole DC thing last month. It's liberal. Oh, this is funny. Okay, I'm coming back up now. Anybody remember the band Color Me Bad? I want to sex you up all night. Makes me feel good. There's a video that's making the rounds. They were big in the 90s. You can tell not quite so big now. There's about 50 people in the audience. Wait to the end, though. I fast forwarded. Wait to the end. You got to see this. I did like it, I'll be honest. Now, okay, look at the fat guy coming on. Look at the guy coming on the stage. Watch this. Watch this guy.
Thank you all for coming.
Oh, you did not do that.
Wow, I'm sorry you guys had to see that. I'm so sorry. Hey, but you know what?
Hold on, looks like it got stuck on your screen. Let me show you. Let me take this back. So they're singing. Why is this not going? Okay, here we come again. So watch the fat guy. Here comes the fat guy. Watch the fat guy. On the right.
We Color Me Bad. Thank you all for coming. Wow, I'm sorry you guys had to see that. I'm so sorry. Hey, but you know what?
That was one of the members of the band.
I love each and every one of you guys. I love you guys so much. Thank you for all the support. 25 years with Color Me Bad. Thank you so much.
All right. 25 years of Color Me Bad and 25 people in the audience. Oh, my gosh. Okay, did it unfreeze that last time? It looked like it did. I don't know why it froze. Sorry about that. John from Thailand. How do Americans return to civility? I think people have to listen to each other a little bit more, John. And we can't hate people just because they disagree with us politically. See, that's the thing about me all the time. Oftentimes I'll get people, and it's one of the reasons I wrote my book, which is still perfect summer reading. 7 Ways to Win Political Debates with Your Liberal Family and Friends. Oh, and what was that? I have no idea why the one guy from Color Me Bad came out and pushed the other guy from Color Me Bad. I have no idea. I just thought it was funny. Anyway, 7 ways to win political debates to your liberal family and friends and still keep them as family and friends. What we have to do is just because we don't agree with somebody, we do have to be the bigger person. Don't have to fight all the time. You can nod and smile. Listen. There's some people that you can't change their mind. Some people you can. This book will help you. The audiobook, I think, is even better, but it's available at Amazon. You get it Kindle or paperback, or the audio version at audible.com. It doesn't cost that much. Go get it, but it'll help save some of your family get-togethers. That I guarantee. I guarantee, or I won't give you your money back. I'm a capitalist. It's not my fault if you can't read it. Oh, my daughter will be buying me your book in August. I'm so excited, says Rolly. Well, your daughter is a lovely, lovely girl. Very intelligent, obviously. Let's see. Brad's from Oklahoma. Kara says, wow, he was arrested on assault. Yeah, that was the guy from, looks like a high school sock op, says Bill. Color me bad. I don't know how many people were there. I just thought that was interesting. I guess, there was 4 guys in the band, but only one guy was singing. The other 2 were dancing. They weren't part of the band, so I don't know what the hell happened. Carolyn's going to buy the book. Good. Yay, go get the book. It's not like you're going to go poor on the book. I've lowered it for the summer because I want people to buy it. Because I think it's important, because you have to learn how to deal with certain people that are almost undealable. Is that a word? I don't think so. Like, for example, some of these snowflakes are just insane. What do you do? Kara says, apparently Bryan Adams was drinking before the show and has had problems with it. Yeah. Okay. Here's a good one. Here's something maybe my book would help with. Maybe, maybe not. Let's take a look at one of these millennial badasses and how they want to stand up and have a honest political debate with somebody that they disagree with. Here we go.
Okay. Everyone ready? Trump and Pence, we say no. No, 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 no. Trump and Pence, we say no. No, 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 no. Trump and Pence, we say no. No, 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 no.
Nice wussy hat on. He taught me a lesson. That's the kind of guy. Man, I hope my daughter dates. All right, anything else I'm going to hit? Let's see here. There was another video I want to show before I... Oh, this is good. Here's something I've been calling for a long time. People have attacked me for it. I have said, not that everybody that's gay is a pedophile. I have not said that. But what I have said was, once you open up the gates of saying, just because you don't understand my love doesn't mean I should be able to have it, meaning man and man, woman and woman, whatever. There are other steps. There is polygamy, multiple people in a marriage, and then there's pedophilia. And I always have been told, especially by people in the gay community, that'll never happen. We're only talking about adults here. And I say the same thing. You might be talking about adults, but there's a logical conclusion, and it goes further than that. Oh, no, it'll never happen. Really? Check this video out. From July 20th of this year, Emily Jones is her name.
It is our responsibility to reflect and to overcome our negative feelings about pedophiles and to treat them with the same respect we treat other people with. We should accept that pedophiles are people who have not chosen their sexuality and who, unlike most of us, will never be able to live it out freely if they want to lead an upright life. We should accept that pedophilia is a sexual preference, a thought, a feeling, and not an act. We should differentiate between child sexual abuse and pedophilia. We shouldn't increase the suffering of pedophiles by excluding them, by blaming and mocking them. By doing that, we increase their isolation and we increase the chance of child sexual abuse.
So pedophiles aren't abusing children, I guess, according to her, because some children want it. I don't understand. And here's what has me scared. This video taken on July, what's the date today? Was it 24th? July 23rd, 2018. Will my career be ruined on July 23rd, 2028? 10 years? 5 years? Because everybody will have accepted pedophilia? Just because you don't understand my love doesn't mean I shouldn't be able to experience it. Yeah, but the kid's 9. Well, he loves me too. Muhammad's favorite wife, they were 6. Was it 6 when he married Aisha, and 9 when they consummated it? I'm sorry, I just don't think that that's a good, strong Western value. But it seems like good, strong Western values are being destroyed on a daily basis. Saw one more. When I was younger, and I'm talking about, elementary school, I used to like to read. I used to like to go to the library and read to like preschool kids. Helped me learn how to read better. I liked reading. I liked reading kids' books. I liked trying to teach little kids, and I'm in 6th grade and they're in, 1st or 2nd. I don't know. I was 6th grade. Well, they've taken it to a new level. It's not just a story hour, and it's not a queen story hour. It is the drag queen story hour going on at a library. What do you think of this one?
Hi, my name is Miss B, and I am a drag queen, and this is Drag Queen Story Hour. Give it up for yourself. Yeah, this is the land of all, and everyone fits in here. Do you see that? They're being nice to the bullies. What color is the frog? Green. The reactions from the kids are hysterical. Does anyone know what a drag queen is? No? Do you know what a drag queen is? But they warm up, they get to know who I am. A drag queen is a character you create to express your feminine side or any other side of yourself that you'd like to explore.
I would like to be a superhero.
Yeah, you could be a drag queen superhero. Yeah. As soon as we start singing songs and having fun together is when they really let loose. You put your right hand in, you put your right hand out. Drag Queen Story Hour helps teach kids to accept themselves and let them know that it's okay to be themselves and to be who they are and to accept others.
I like the book Neither because it's about being nice to other people.
We do a lot of LGBTQ books, also about gender. This actually touches base and explains a drag queen from, like I said, a kid-friendly perspective. I do! Raise your hand if you like arts and crafts! I do! The reason why I do Drag Queen Story Hour is to have fun with the kids, get to know them, and also make an impact on them. Because I want them to go out there and embrace the world, and I want them to change it, because they are our next generation. And the itsy bitsy spider went up the spout again. Yeah, give it up for yourselves. We have great singers in here.
I don't even know what to say. Am I a hater because I think that that's wrong? Am I evil because I don't think that any bit of the sexuality like that is appropriate for 3- and 4-year-olds? Oh, we have LGBT. Okay, we're going to figure out your drag queen name. What? What? I mean, seriously? Your elementary school drag queen name? I want your comments right now. Am I being too judgmental, too old school? I want to know what you think. And if you think what that drag queen story hour is wrong, give me the frowny face, the mad face. If you think it's okay, thumbs up. If I'm wrong, I want to know I'm wrong. I don't think I am, but if the audience thinks I'm wrong, then you tell me. Mary says, no, Rusty, we need to be careful what we teach our children. Frank says we are to hate the sin but love the sinner. All I can say is God help us in the name of Jesus, says Ruth. Carolyn says, I would not want that around my grandchildren. Wes says, who the hell put that perv in front of those kids? Bill says, kids are molded by adults, not because of their inner feelings. Chuck says, call them what they are, sick. Rowley says, children that age don't need to learn of his mental illness of sexuality. Mike says, what the hell? Peggy says, oh no, he's scary. Bonnie says, oh my God. Kara says, it's a guy who pretends to be a celebrity woman. Diane says, it's evil, it's sick. David says, it's sick as hell. Rowley says, my nephew shared this. He's very angry about this being a devout Christian. Lots of no smiley faces, says Wes. Carolyn says, you're not wrong. Nick says, what? Why would you take that to a school and tell them that they can be a drag queen? That ain't right. I don't care what people do as long as they keep it away from me and my child. If that was my kid's school, I would pull my kid from there. Dang, it's a disgrace. That's Nick. All right. Tomorrow I will be back, 9 p.m. in the 6 p.m. in the West, right here on these many Facebook pages and Liberty One TV. If you have not subscribed to Liberty One TV or at least checked it out, please do that. Also, if you would please go to my Facebook page, Rusty Humphries, look for me in a blue shirt and like it, and make sure it comes up first in your news feed. Also, my Twitter feed is Talk to Rusty. My website is rustylive.com. You never know when Facebook's going to take me off or something happens. So please, make sure we can go direct, okay? It's very important. Have a great night. I appreciate you. We'll see you tomorrow. May God bless you. May God bless America. My name is Rusty Humphries, and this is the Rusty Humphries Rebellion.